Welcome to Science Meets Adventure. Picture this. You're standing on dark volcanic rock as the sun rises. The air smells sharp, like burned matches and warm stone. A low rumble rolls through the ground, not loud enough to frighten you yet, but deep enough to make your chest feel it. Heat drifts up from cracks under your boots. Somewhere ahead, the mountain breathes out a thin ribbon of steam. Look closer. This isn't just a mountain, it's a doorway into Earth's hidden engine room. And it raises a question every traveler asks the first time they face a volcano. Why do some volcanoes explode with terrifying force, while others simply pour lava like glowing honey down their sides? What makes the difference between a violent blast and a gentle flow? Today, we're diving into the secret life of volcanoes, why some explode and some don't. To understand a volcano, we need to begin underground, where the story is written in heat and pressure. Deep beneath your feet, Earth is hot enough to melt rock. That melted rock is called magma. Think of magma as a thick, fiery soup of melted stone. It can be packed with crystals and bits of rock, and it's so hot it can glow red-orange if it reaches the surface. But magma has something else inside it, something that changes everything. Gas. Yes, gas. Invisible bubbles trapped inside the molten rock, like tiny balloons. This gas can be water vapor, carbon dioxide, and other volcanic gases. And when magma rises toward the surface, those gases want to expand. Here's where the adventure turns dramatic. Pressure. Deep underground, the weight of rock above magma presses down like a massive lid. Under that pressure, gas stays squeezed, trapped inside the magma, like fizz trapped inside a sealed soda bottle. But when magma rises, the pressure above it gets lower and lower. That's like slowly opening the lid on that soda. If the gas can escape smoothly, the volcano can be calmer. If the gas can't escape, pressure builds, and builds, and builds, until the volcano bursts. So the biggest question becomes this: what decides whether gas escapes easily or gets trapped? The answer is hidden in the magma itself, whether it is runny or thick. Imagine two very different liquids. One is like warm syrup. The other is like thick peanut butter. Both can move, but one flows easily and one struggles. Runny magma lets gas bubbles rise and pop more easily. The gas can find pathways out. It can leak and hiss and steam. That often leads to gentler eruptions, lava fountains, flowing rivers of lava, glowing streams that creep down slopes. But thick magma is a different beast. Thick magma traps gas like a clogged pipe traps pressure. Bubbles can't rise and escape. They get stuck. They squeeze together. They push harder and harder against the magma around them. And that's when you get the kind of eruption that changes a landscape in minutes. Now, let's put that into a simple image you'll never forget. A calm volcano is like opening a soda slowly. You hear a little hiss. The fizz escapes. No explosion. An explosive volcano is like shaking the soda, then snapping the cap off. The gas bursts out all at once, spraying everything with unstoppable force. Volcanoes are soda bottles the size of mountains, and the gas is the fizz. But there's one more twist. Thick magma can act like a plug, a cap, a stone cork in the volcano's throat. If gas is trapped below that plug, pressure keeps rising. The volcano becomes a giant pressure cooker. In a pressure cooker, steam builds inside a sealed pot. If the steam can't escape, the lid wants to blow off. Volcanoes can behave the same way. So when you hear about a volcano exploding, what you're often hearing is this: trapped gas expanding violently as pressure suddenly releases. The magma shatters into ash and rock fragments. The eruption becomes a blast, throwing clouds high into the sky and racing down slopes in deadly surges. Now, as travelers and explorers, you'll notice different volcano shapes in the real world, and those shapes tell you something about their personality. Let's compare two famous styles in a simple way: shield volcanoes and stratovolcanoes. A shield volcano is like a wide, gentle hill. It's built by runny lava that spreads far before it cools. Over time, layer after layer forms a broad shape, like a warrior's shield lying on the ground. These volcanoes are often known for lava flows that move like glowing rivers. They can still be dangerous, but their eruptions are frequently less explosive because the magma is runnier and gas can escape more easily. Now, a stratovolcano, sometimes called a composite volcano, is more like the classic volcano shape you picture: tall, steep, and dramatic. These often form when the magma is thicker. Thick magma doesn't flow as far, so it piles up near the opening. The mountain grows steep, and because gas can be trapped, these volcanoes are more likely to explode. If you're a hiker standing on the slopes of a steep, towering volcano, you're often standing on a history of both lava and ash, layers built by eruptions that didn't always stay gentle. Listen to the mountain. Volcanoes give clues before they erupt. Not always, not perfectly, but often enough that scientists and guides pay close attention. The ground might tremble with small earthquakes as magma forces its way upward, cracking rock like a giant wedge. You might see more steam from vents. You might smell stronger sulfur. You might notice the ground swelling, yes, swelling, like the mountain is taking a slow, deep breath. The ground is telling a story, and this is why, when you travel to volcanic regions, you'll often see monitoring stations, tools that listen to the volcano's heartbeat. Guides and experts watch for patterns because volcanoes are not random monsters. They are powerful systems with signals. The challenge is that every volcano has its own personality, and nature doesn't always follow our schedules. So what might you see, hear, and feel as a traveler? At a calmer volcano, you might watch lava glowing at night like liquid sunset. You might hear a steady roar like a giant fireplace. You might see lava slowly advancing, cracking, and folding like burning taffy. The air may feel warm. The ground may feel alive. At an explosive volcano, the experience can change in seconds. A deep boom, a rising column of ash, the sky darkening, ash falling like gritty snow, loud thunder made by the eruption cloud itself, and in the most dangerous cases, fast-moving hot clouds of ash and gas can race downhill, too fast to outrun, too hot to survive. That's why respect is not optional around volcanoes. It's a survival skill. Volcanoes are beautiful, but they are not gentle by nature. They are reminders that Earth is not a quiet planet. It is a living planet. So let's bring the mystery together into one clear truth. Volcanoes explode when gas gets trapped in rising magma, and pressure builds until it releases violently. Volcanoes don't explode as much when magma is runny, and gas can escape more smoothly, allowing lava to flow instead of blasting apart. Thick magma plus trapped gas equals explosive power. Runny magma with easier gas escape often means flowing lava. And behind it all is the same engine: heat from inside Earth, pushing magma upward, shaping our world one eruption at a time. Look closer the next time you see a volcano, whether it's a distant silhouette on a horizon, a crater you hike at sunrise, or a glowing summit you watch from a safe viewpoint. You're not just looking at a mountain, you're looking at Earth's inner energy reaching the surface. Volcanoes remind us that our planet is alive, constantly changing, and still building itself, right beneath our feet. If this adventure inspired you, like, share, and subscribe to Science Meets Adventure for more journeys across our incredible planet.